right, race fans, on to the racetrack first will be the Tri-State Ford Compacts. They're out of Maryville. Back for the second year, he raced one on the racetrack. Tim Cooney on the pole on the outside. John Berg in car number 12. The 19 will be Ryan Brown on his outside. The 20 machine of Lance Swartz out of Corning. Gary Higlerson out of Shenandoah, and the 4 machine, Dean Richards on his outside, the 69X machine, and the 411, Curtis Miller out of Lewis, Iowa. Here they come. Racing season is upon us. Green flag in air. We're racing. Berg up on the outside, the 12 machine. Side-by-side battle with the 69 of Richards. Richards down to the inside. He'll squirt out to the race lead. Berg in second. Cooney right there in that 4 spot trying to find an open hole there. Off turn number 4. Richards. Ryan Brown, and they got a battle on the outside of John Berg. Berg up on the outside. Brown down to the inside. Great battle for the second spot. Cooney in that 4 spot. Here comes the 5th spot car. That's the 411 Curtis Miller. Little puff of smoke out of Cooney. Miller threading the needle there. Battling for that 3rd spot. He'll take it away. Berg now on the outside. Cooney working the inside for the 4th spot. Richards showing away. This time will be 2 laps to go. Ryan Brown in second. Miller in that 3rd spot. Berg holding on to that 4th spot with Cooney in the 74. Your top 5 on the Speedway. Looking to the outside of Brown on the outside for the 2nd spot. Brown coming right back down to the inside. The battle's on for 2nd. White flag is out. Triton Machinery 1 to go flag is Dean Richards. Miller up on the outside will take that 2nd spot from Brown. Turn 4, he comes, the 69 machine. Out of Creston, Iowa, Dean Richards. Curtis Miller's going to take the 2nd spot. Ryan Brown in 3rd. John Berg comes home in that 4th spot. Cooney. If you got anything. Chris Van Osdale will come to the inside. That's his father on the outside, the son. Chris and Brian Van Osdale in the front row. 50 machine. Zach Sickles out of Fontenelle. Then Bobby Key in the 7 machine. Good looking hot rod for him. And then Tyler Housley in the 15H in the blue and yellow machine. And then Andrew Clark in the 8. Anthony Clark. All right, heat race 2 coming around. Green is out and it means go. Van Osdale out in front. Bryant in second. Chris Van Osdale out in front. Bryant in second. Bobby Key in third. Housley in that fourth spot. Chris Van Osdale out in front. Brian Van Osdale in second. Bobby Key third. Tyler Housley rounds out your top four here. Race fans, make sure you get your 50-50 raffle tickets. Also, make sure all those kids sign up for that free bicycle tonight. We'll draw that at intermission time. This time by the white flag. Off the corner they come. Here they come. Chris Van Osdale trying to be chased down by Brian Van Osdale. Bobby Key in the 7 machine right there to pounce in that third spot. Through the corner they come. Checker flags out. Chris Van Osdale, Brian Van Osdale, Bobby Key, and Housley, your top four. Anthony Clark in the 8 machine. Zach Sickles in the 50 rounds out the field.
Bob caught up down here with first heat race winner Dean Richards. Talk about the track conditions being the first class out here on the night.
I don't remember the last time it was this good. It's a real good track out there. It's not rough or nothing.
6 laps on aboard. Colton Garside. Already picking up the pace. Foot a little smoking already. Dirt tracking it with a front wheel drive. Buddy Heisek out in front in the 17 machine. Luke Ramsey coming right with him in the 17L machine. Colton Garside runs third. Down into turn 1, Heisek. Holding off his brother-in-law right now, Luke Ramsey, your 2-time defending track champion of the Hobby Stocks, the Chap Mobility Hobby Stocks. Right there on the deck lid of the 17. Christopher Foote in that third spot. Brandon Thompson slipping up there on the right rear. Brings him back out of the Speedway. He's fourth. Colton Garside, your top 5 out of Speedway. Luke's going to take a shot at him here right on the Declan in turn number 3. Isaac out in front. Luke's going to dive it off the corner. Going to get to that left rear quarter panel off turn 4. Nope, he's got to pull back in line. Flag is out. The battle for the race lead off turn number 4. Isaac and Ramsey. Left-hand turn off turn number 4, the 17. Buddy Isaac holds off Luke Ramsey, 1 and 2. Great job by Christopher Foote out of Bedford to the 21. And Thompson rounds out your top 4. And here comes Colton Garside. And a 14J Lillian Worth will round out the field. Field coming off over in turn number 4, looking for the green flag here. Thompson now drops the hammer. Green is out, and we're racing. All right. A little fumigation going on early. Elijah Hoyt in trouble in the 77F machine. He'll make the hard left-hand turn. Thompson right out in front. Landon White in that second spot. Evan Raybeck on the outside. Through turns 3 and 4, yeah. Raybeck, nice looking metallic paint job on that machine. Dustin Thompson showing away. Landon White in second. Hoyt's going to come back out of the racetrack and make the left-hand turn back off the racetrack. Down a backstretch, Dustin Thompson, Landon White, Evan Raybeck pulling away. This time the white flag's going to come out. Heat race number 4. The Triton machine, 1 to go, white flag. Thompson and Landon White right there to pounce on him. Landon took a shot, get into turn 1. There's still 1 car between them, bumper to bumper down a backstretch. Landon down to the inside. Off turn 4 they come. Checkered flags out. Dustin Thompson, your heat race winner. Landon White, Evan Raybeck.
Bob, caught up down here with heat race winner Buddy Heidzik. Buddy, it's no secret you got this nice orange paint scheme on this car. I gotta ask, is it on there so it'll be easy for Luke to see when you're in front of him?
Something like that, I hope.
To talk about the draw tonight, I know you didn't quite have a favorable draw. Sounds like Luke had a pretty good draw. Do you feel like you have enough to get up there and contend with him?
If I can hit my spots like he's taught me, I think I can get up there with him.
That is going to be the one to keep an eye on tonight in the Tri-State Ford Compacts. Buddy Heidzik going to start towards the end of the draw, so he's got his work cut out for him, Bob.
And the 8 TTB, Tommy Hensley out of Bedford, Iowa. I want to thank those guys for coming down here supporting the Adams County Speedway on opening night. 6 cars, 6 laps. Josh Zink finished in 3rd in the national point standings, trying to pick up where he left off on the hammer. American Ethanol Green, we're racing. Josh Zink not wasting any time. Oh, little sideways, little action there. Zink, Swartz, and Tommy Hensley get through. You got Olson, Evan Davis, and Kyle Tanner together in turn number 2 here. Cody Olson will make it back out of the speedway in the 777 machine. Josh Zink's got control over here in turn 3. Coming back for the American Ethanol green flag. We're back racing. Cody trying to find the gear in the 770 machine. Now he's up and running. Zink out in front, Swartz in second. Tanner gets that 3rd spot. Olson's going to make the left-hand turn. Zink out in front still. Tanner now looking to the inside of Swartz for that 2nd spot. Hensley right there in the 8 TTB. Josh Zink driving away from the field. Swartz in second. Looking for the white flag this time by for the 5 machine. Hart Farms, Josh Zink. Titan white flag, 1 to go on the racetrack right now. Tanner in trouble off the racetrack is the Hensley machine. Checkered flag is out. Zink. Swartz will be second, and Tanner will come home in that 3rd spot. Hensley back on, and that'll complete the race here as they were coming for the checkered. Hensley will come around to take the checkered flag here. He'll end up in that 4th spot. Matt Webb on his outside, the defending track champion in the 86J machine, Jared Weston. 3rd row of the inside, Preston Kayaks out of Omaha. On the outside will be Andrew Clark. Also want to give a shout out to Kerry Weston from CNR Graphics for coming up with the Kevin Sharp stickers that are on these race cars. Carrie does a great job over there seeing our graphics. We're going American Ethanol green. We're race set. Weston now that second spot. Here they come. DJ Robinson slides up the hill. Here comes Weston. Shot out of the cannon of the 86J machine. He's your race leader. Robinson in that second spot in the 33 machine. Andrew Clark in that third spot. Webb in a 51. Battling with Clark there. Guyx in that third spot in the 93 car. Trying to work the outside of Robinson here on the front stretch. Preston takes over that second spot. Robinson back to third. Here goes Webb after Clark. He'll take over the fourth spot off the exit of turn 2. Everybody still chasing Jared Weston here. Jared Weston out in front. Battle now for third. Robinson and Webb. Webb looking to the inside, follows right in the dirt tracks through turns 3 and 4. Machinery, one to go for Jared Weston. Preston in that second spot. Robinson in that third. Webb, your top 4 on the Speedway. Checker flag out. Jared Weston. Preston in that 93. Robinson, Webb, Clark, and Orr rounds out the field. Good.
Bob, caught up down here with Josh Sink, your winner of the first Stalker Chevrolet B Modified heat race. Josh, the car looked really fast, but I saw when you got out of the car, the first thing you went and checked on was the tires. Is this going to be a track that's going to be really aggressive on the tires later tonight?
It has the makings to be. If we can get some more cars out there and get it blown off, get all the crumbs out of the sheep's foot hole and clean it up, it'll be a good racetrack, but it's pretty abrasive right now.
How important is it to conserve your tires throughout the whole feature here later tonight?
Well, last year at the Tradition, I thought I was conserving my tires the whole race and barely used them at all. So everybody's going to go out for the first night and try to win, so I don't think there's going to be any saving tires till the end of the night.
All right, that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on come feature time, Bob.
All right, thanks a lot. Heat race 3, the final heat race for the Stalker Chevrolet B-Mods. On the pole, the 66B machine, Daniel Bodler out of Fontenelle. On his outside, the 11W machine, Alan Worth. Second row, the inside, the 21 of Cody Werner. On his outside, the 99X machine of Cody Havens. Sean Kralik in the 0 machine will roll off the third row in the inside. On his outside, the 30 machine out of Gravity, Connor Davison. Not wasting any time up on the loud pedal. American Ethanol, we're racing. Alan Worth in that second spot. Slides up the hill. Here comes Cody Warner to the 21 machine. Oh, Worth. Woo, that was a good one. That was close. Yellow is out, yellow is out. Cody Havens saw a goalpost right there with 2 11s right there, 2 1s. Did a great job to avoid Alan Worth as he just lost traction off turn number 2. Back. Racing. Daniel Bodler showing away there down into turn 1. Cody Werner to that second spot. Great battle for third. Havens looking to the inside of Sean Krylik, the battle for third. Bodler showing away. Oh, he loses the front end there off turn 4. Athens gathers it back up. Cody Werner, a good looking hot rod in the 21 machine, trying to give chase there. Daniel Bodler showing away. Cody Werner in second. Sean Krylik runs third. Havens in that 4th spot. Field down the back stretch. Daniel throws it down into turn 3. Coming off turn 4, looking for the tight machinery. 1 to go flag. Connor Davison there catching a little air with that hood. Daniel Bodler throws it down to the middle of 3 and 4. Looks onto the front straightaway. Checker flags out for Daniel Bodler. Cody Werner. Sean Krylik. Cody Havens and Davison.
Bob Cobb down here to defending B-Modified track champion Jared Weston. Jared, you pick up the win in the heat race. We were talking before the races tonight. You thought it'd be kind of a hammer-down track. You got out there. Is it what you expected it to be?
I'm probably going to owe Luke Ramsey a Busch Light. It's drying out. It's still got a little moisture in it, but it's drying out.
Talk about last year. It was about anything that could go right for you did. You ended up winning the track championship. You had 6 wins. Is that a goal of yours again this year, to at least be in contention every night?
We just want to come out and have fun. I mean, that's what this is all about. We might venture off, go race some other places, or just go camping. I'm not too excited about the 24 weeks that they want us to run. I like those nights off, so I might just make my own nights off and go hang out with the family and go camping or something.
All right, that is Jared Weston, driver, the number 86J Stalker Chevrolet B-Modified.
Jamie Songer showing the way in the 96 machine. Luke Ramsey down to the inside. The battle is on for second. Jared Law to the 95. Ramsey trying to go to the outside now. Fusselman to the 55. Driving just a little bit faster. Jared Lund right there, the 95. Everybody chasing Jamie Songer. Songer looking to the hold on. Ramsey on the outside for the battle is on for the race lead. Ramsey to the outside. Oh! Songer takes the line away. Ramsey rights there. He dives it off. He comes down to the inside. The challenge off turn 2. Side by side, wheel to wheel for the race lead. Jared Lund in that second spot. Fosselman in 4th. Great battle off turn 4. Race fans, it's early. Your new race leader, Luke Ramsey. Ryan Sutter goes down to the inside. He'll take the 5th spot from Kevin Bruck. They battle right back with each other. The battle's on for the 5th. It still goes on to Ryan Sutter. Luke Ramsey out in front. Jamie Songer in 2nd. Jared Lund in that 3rd spot. And the double nickel machine, Jason Fusselman. Great battle up front. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 4th car started breakaway. Ryan Sutter now into that 5th spot. Luke Ramsey showing away. Jamie Songer, the 96 machine, in 2nd. Great battle now shaping up for 3rd. Jared Lund on the outside of the 95. Jason Fusselman drives it deep down into turn 1. Fusselman trying to pick up that 3rd spot. Here comes Lund right back on the outside. Down the backstretch they go. Fusselman out in front in that 3rd spot. Now he goes back to 4th. Here comes your race leader and winner, Luke Ramsey, Jamie Songer, Jared Lund, Jason Fusselman, Ryan Sutter, Kevin Brunk, and Anthony Fletchaw.
Bob Cutup down here with heat race winner Daniel Bodler and the Soccer Chevrolet B Modifieds. Daniel, just talk about the heat race win, and right now off to a pretty impressive start.
Yeah, that's why we want to start our year rather than last year. We started off tore up quite a bit, but yeah, that was a good start for us.
Talk about last year. You had some ups and downs. There were a couple times where it looked like maybe you'd be able to get that first career win, but things didn't quite go your way. This year, another year under your belt, you feel more confident?
Yeah, I think so. I was pretty happy with where we ended up at the end of the year last year, and we didn't make a whole lot of changes in the winter, so hoping we can start off fast and be right there.
All right, Daniel Bodler, one of the guys to keep an eye on to pick up first career win here in the Soccer Chevrolet B Modifieds.
All right, 6 laps of distance. 3 heat races for the Chat Mobility Hobby Stocks. Scott Noble in the 83 machine. Manly, Iowa, off turn 4. Engine green flag, we're racing. Hemmingson in that 3Z machine out in front. Noble in that 2nd spot. Ricker in that 3 machine. Good looking hot rod for him this year. Gillen in that 46 machine. Hemmingson slides up a little bit there, allows Doble to come on his back lid. Now you got the battle for 3rd. Ricker on the outside, Gillen into the inside of the 46 machine. Tim McCullen, that 33, runs your top 5. Off the racetrack, the 75, up into the tires. Brad Hess up in the tires, off 3 and 4 in the middle. Battle for the lead, yellow is out, yellow is out.
But you'll see it a lot of the nights, trying to double up on the national points.
All right, that's Luke Ramsey.
All right, thanks a lot, Trevor. Luke Ramsey going for the national championship in that Division 5. Looking for the American Ethanol green flag restart. Zach Hemmingson brings him to the green. Doble in that second spot. Working down to the inside, the battle's on. Tim McCollum came to the inside of Gilliland for that 4 spot. Little contact off the exit of turn 2. Ricker in that 3rd spot. Battle there for that 4 spot. Tim McCollum in that 33. Feeling some challenge from the Ryan Gilliland machine in the 46. Hemmingson out in front in the 3 machine. Gonna make a left-hand turn, look for that tight machinery. 1 to go, white flag. Doble in that 2nd spot. Oh, he goes up and smoked the 83 machine in trouble here, right on the front stretch. Scott Doble up in smoke on a high side. Yellow is out, yellow is out. Checker flag's going to be thrown here. Yellow checkers. Your race winner, Zach Hemmingson. Breck Rittger will be 2nd. Tim McCullum 3rd. And the 46 machine. Ryan Gilliland, tough break for the 83 machine.
Bob.
All right, thanks a lot. Tanner Dixon reached up, pulled him seat belts just a little bit tighter. In the 22 machine, Chris Bates on the outside, Wida, McAtee, Connor Davison, Chris Bates. Isn't it Andy Davison? I think it's Andy. Anyway. Oh! Look out! Tom Myers maybe got a little piece of that. Tom Myers got a piece of that left front damage on his car. Light is out, Fields over in turn 3, trying to get either a zip tie or trying to get that fender taken off here. We're going to back him back here, looks like. As we go back to green flag racing here to start heat race number 3. Down at the corner, McAtee in that second spot. Bates out in front of the 10 machine. McAtee, Wida. Off turn 4 they come. Purdy in the 4 machine. And Davis, and here comes Tom Myers back out of the speedway. Wida slips off the racetrack on a 40X machine. Now it's 3 wide. Down into turns 3 and 4. Chris Bates still showing away. Nose to tail, down the backstretch they go. McAtee taking a look down to the inside now for that race lead. Top 5 cars right there. Chris Bates doing a great job in the 10 machine. McAtee, Davison slips off the racetrack in the 21 machine. Purdy in fourth. Weeda in third. Great heat race action here in the Chat Mobility Hobby Stocks. Side by side down into turn one. Bates on the outside. Driving through the middle off on the exit of turn number two. Bates still has it. Davison working on Purdy there. McAtee throws it down deep in turn number three. Bates are right back around the outside. What a great battle. Checkered flag out. Chris Bates holds on. McAtee second. Weeda, Purdy, and Davison. Woo! Great heat race action there in the Chat Mobility Hobby Stocks. .22 on the pole. That's out of Grinnell, Iowa. Todd Ritzler on the outside. Smoking Joe Zanini, your defending track champion out of Corning, Iowa, with number 3 machine. Jesse Lund of the 14B to the inside of row number 2. Buck Shafroff. Nice looking pace of the vehicle there in the 92 machine. You got Kurt Hansen, the 75, Cody Clark, Keith Knopp, and Derek Dredge. We're racing. Ritzler drives him down to the turn one. He's the race leader. You got Smoking Joe Zanini on the outside. Shafroff right there in the 92 machine. Bringing the Bud Light to the front. Cody Clark in the 69 in your fourth. And you got on the outside as you got a contact between the race leaders. Down to turn one. Shafroff's going to look to the inside of Joe Zanini here off turn two. Battles on for second. Hansen in that fourth spot. Clark on the outside. Battle still wages on for second. Hansen right there now. He wants to throw his hat in the mix. You got Buck working to the bottom side of Joe Zanini. Joe on the outside. Battle's on for second. Keith Knopp gets down to the inside. He'll take over the fifth spot. Buck to the inside. Has to wait on the front end. Loses a little bit. Joe gets back out in front. Ritzler out in front in the 22 machine, working that bottom side of the speedway. Joe Zanini in that second spot. Buck Shafroff third. Fourth is Keith Knopp in the 10 machine. Hansen back to fifth. Here goes Keith Knopp working to the inside of Buck Shafroff for that third spot down the backstretch. He'll drive down to the inside of the 92 machine over in turn 3. White flag is out. The tight machinery white flag. 1 to go for the 22 machine. Joe in that third spot. Buck back there in the second spot. Buck back to third. Knopp back to the fourth spot. Checker flag out for the 22. Todd Ritzler, Joe Zanini, Buck Shafroff, Keith, and Cody Clark rounds out your top 5. Okay.
Bob Cobb down here with Chat Mobility Hobby Stock Heat Race winner Chris Bates. Chris, a stacked heat race. Matt McAtee gave you all he had towards the end, but you were able to hold him off.
Yeah, I felt him put his nose up against me in turn 4 in there, and I wasn't so sure about it, but we saved it, so.
Talking about this car, it's had some ups and downs this year. I know it tried to fly earlier this season in Beatrice, but tonight it looked pretty fast.
Yeah, we went out to Beatrice, hit the wall the first night, second night, took her over the wall, and here we are.
So she's been through quite a bit. You're going to try to reward her with a win tonight?
That's the plan.
All right, Chris Bates still looking for his first career win at the Adams County Speedway. He's been close, and maybe tonight's the night.
Jonathan brings him off turn number 4. Green is out. We're racing. Jonathan out in front. Three-way battle for that second spot. Van Horn on the outside. Brock in the middle. DeMay now in that 4th spot. Jonathan Kinzer showing the way in the 6 machine. Van Horn right there in the 33. Kevin Bruck. Bissell in 4th. Hardesty your 5th spot. DeMay off the base here in the 15M machine. Looks like he's going to make a hard left-hand turn at the end of the straightaway here, right before he gets to turn 1. Kinzer showing away in the 6 machine. Great job by Jonathan out in front here. Heat race number 2 for the Northwood All Stock Cars. Dusty Van Horn in 2nd. Tony Hardesty working the outside of Bruck. Here he comes. He's going to get 2 for 1 maybe here. Off the corner. Tony Hardesty on the outside. Bruck comes to the inside. Van Horn to the middle. Hardesty in 2nd now. Van Horn back to 3rd. Bruck rolls trying to work on Rick Bissell for that 5th spot. Tony Hardesty working on the inside of Jonathan Kinzer. Tight and 1 to go. Jonathan Kinzer trying to hold off Tony Hardesty. Hardesty throws it down to the inside. Jonathan upside, loses the front end a little bit. Hold on to it, Jonathan, bring it back. Holds on to that 2nd spot, but here comes the other field. Tony Hardesty, now your race leader. Bruck and Van Horn rolled right there in their top 5 off the corner. Tony Hardesty. Heat race winner, Jonathan Kinzer. Kevin Bruck in that 3rd spot. Van Horn 4th, rolled in that 5th spot. All right, here they come. Drop the hammer. We're racing. Shane DeMay out in front of the 15M machine. Leads him down into turn 1. Jeff Wiggins of the 36T machine, the Candyman, Jeff James. Ryan Schaefer, your top 4 on the Speedway. Wiggins in 2nd there. Jeff James, a good-looking car, reversing the colors this year. Wiggins gets a little sideways, opens the door for James to drive through. DeMay still out in front in the 15M machine. Schaefer runs 4th. Shane DeMay out in front. Then it's Jeff Wiggins, your defending track champion. Jeff James in third. Ryan Schaefer in that fourth spot. Oh! Schaefer slips off the racetrack. Nice save by Schaefer there in the R21 machine. Tight one to go machine out there. Shane DeMay in the 15 showing the way. Jeff Wiggins. Jeff James. Your race winner, Shane DeMay in the 15 machine. Wiggins in second. Jeff James in third. Ryan Schaefer will come home fourth. TJ Patterson rounds out your top five. Hold on.
Bob here with one of the stock car heat race winners, driver the 0, Tony Hardesty. Tony, your nephew, Jonathan Kinzer, led most of the race, but you were able to nag it from at the end.
Wow, all I got to do, this car is awesome. This is first night, first laps on it, and it's just amazing.
Last year, you came really close to getting that track championship. Some inconsistency early in the season kind of hurt you. Is that something that's maybe in the cards for you this year, or is it too early to think about that?
Too early, we're not sure what our plans are for the year. We want to do some specials as we can too, but we're going to be here supporting every week, when we can. And that one right there was for Kevin Sharp.
Tony Hardesty picks up the heat race win, so we can do it come feature time.
Eaton and Josh Cooper, the 10J machine, running shotgun on the field for heat race number 2. I want to thank Greg and the good folks from Poet by Refining for their sponsorship. We got some neat things going to happen all year long, and they're going to be a contributor part of that. Off the corner they come. Green is out, and that means go. Craig Conner going to lead him down. He's going to wash up off the racetrack in the 38 machine. Van Eaton, your race leader. Craig Conner shoots up off the racetrack. Most in second. Here comes Craig Garner back on the middle of the backstretch. We stay clean and green. Josh Moe's going to dive it down to the inside. Van Eaton now back to the second spot. Moe, here comes Van Eaton right back on him though. Josh Most out in front, the 92 machine. He's your race leader. Van Eaton in second. Cooper in third. Nick Hermson in the 64. Garner off the racetrack again, sits up on the high side of 3 and 4. On the loud pedal one more time, off turn 4. Josh Mose bringing him to the American Ethanol Green. Ty Van Eaton in second, Cooper in that third spot. this time by for the race leader, Josh Most, Todd Van Eaton. The Titan 1 to go for the race leader, Josh Most. Van Eaton second. Josh Cooper in the 10J machine in that third spot. Checker flag going to come by. Off turn 4 he comes. Josh Most, your heat race winner.
Bob caught up down here with one of our heat race winners in the POBI Refining Modifieds, driver of the M, Shane DeMay. Shane, it looked in the heat race.
Yeah, the car was really good. We're actually down here trying some stuff, so apparently it's working pretty good.
I saw you in the stock heat race. How difficult is it to go from the stock car to the modified?
The stock car is completely different. Like, driving-wise, it's nowhere near the same.
That is Shane DeMay, driver of the 15M POBI Modified in his heat race, suiting to come feature time.
In the 3 machine, Dalton Mason. A third row to the inside, Vic Lovejoy out of Audubon. In the 2V machine, and Brian Kaziski in the 52 out of Papillion, Nebraska. Night number 1 of the Gales Gold Rush. Eight laps on board. Reach up, pull them seat belts just a little bit tighter. Paul Glendenning leading him to the green. Off the corner they come. Stand out, and we're racing. Andrew slips off the racetrack in a 53. Paul gets crossed up. Perkins. Oh, Paul Glendenning broke on the exit in the middle of turn 2. Glendenning dead in the water. Josh Krug and Sterling Perkins. Perkins out in front of the 3 machine. Josh Krug in the 4K. Vic Lovejoy. Mason, a yellow is out. Yellow is out for... One would think it'd probably be a drive shaft, but I don't... Oh, yeah, it is. Middle of... No. One more time. American Ethanol restart green. Here we go. We're racing. Perkins a little wide. Krug's going to take the advantage of it. Josh Krug out in front. Perkins. Dalton Mason in that third spot. Lovejoy 4th. Battle on the racetrack is for third. Lovejoy and Dalton Mason. Mason a little bit on the out there. He'll take that third spot. Andrew Kaziski looking on the backside of Lovejoy. Everybody chasing the 4 machine. Perkins in second. Dalton Mason third. Dalton Mason and Brian Kaziski battle now for that third spot. Andrew able to get around to that 5th spot. O'Brien down to the bottom side. Dalton Mason on the outside of him. A great side-by-side battle with a couple of youngsters. Down into turn 3 they go. Josh Krug out in front, the 4 machine. Perkins in second. Best battle is for that 3rd spot. Brian Kaziski working to the inside of Dalton Mason. Mason keeping him pitched down there. White flag comes out for the race leader. Brian working there hard. Off the battle they come. It's still a great battle for 3rd. Brian's got it right now. Mason's got a charge on the outside. Checker flag coming out for Josh Krug. Perkins, battle for 3rd. Mason, Brian Kaziski off the corner. Brian Kaziski methodically takes that 3rd spot. Hold on.
Bob caught up down here with Josh Most, winner of one of the POA Biorefining modified heat races. Josh, the car looked like it was out. I know you told me this is a fairly new car, just a handful of nights on it, but it seems like you have the feel for it.
Yeah, it's pretty good right out of the box. So just keep working on it, keep tuning, trying to test some stuff for everybody else. So see what happens.
Talk about the track conditions. You told me you thought it was going to really slick off. I realized those are kind of the Josh Most style tracks. Is you kind of licking your lips here as we get to the feature?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I don't know. That's where everything kind of plays in part, where you know what you're doing, what you're adjusting. So I guess we'll see if I know what I'm doing tonight.
All right. I'm going to guess Josh Most knows what he's doing. We'll end up in lane.
Yeah.
All right, race fans. Billy Layton on the pole. Zach Zeidner on the outside of him. Jason O'Brien. Mike Wallace. Corey Zeidner, your defending track champion. Ben Schaller out of Omaha. Jeff Tilley bringing him over to the green final heat race for the late models. Down to the corner, O'Brien working to the inside of Zach Zeidner. Billy Layton out in front. Schaller works to the inside of Wallace. Schaller now looking for that 3rd spot. Zach Zeidner right through the center of 3 and 4. Billy Layton showing away in the 24 car. Everybody right along the bottom side of the racetrack here. Layton out in front. O'Brien in second. Ben Schaller 3rd. Zach Zeidner the 4th spot. Corey Zeidner working on Mike Wallace for that 5th spot. Jason O'Brien picked up 0.3 of a second there on the race leader, Billy Layton. Corey Zeidner into that 5th spot. Ben Schaller holds on to 3rd. Zach Zeidner in the 4th spot. O'Brien gives up a little bit back there. Corey Zeidner starting to work on his cousin, Zach Zeidner, in 4th. Oh, Corey Zeidner might be in trouble here. The 26 backed off a little bit here. Oh, yeah, ignition problems for Corey Zeidner, 26 machine. You can hear it sputtering. Your defending track champion might be in trouble here. Trying to nurse this home here. He had troubles last night over in Davenport. Billy Layton in the 24, your race leader. Jason O'Brien in second. Ben Schaller 3rd. Zach Zeitner in that 4th spot. White flag is out. Down into turn 3, over to turn 4. Checker flag out. Billy Layton Jr., Jason O'Brien, Ben Schaller, Zach Zeitner. Green light is out. We got one more car coming on here, Lily, and we'll get the pace truck off the racetrack here. Has control of the field here. RPM's coming up. American Ethanol, green flag. We are racing.
And the 19 car is slow on the start as Evan Rader will drop back a ton of positions, but out front, Brian Manos losing turn number 1.
Off the racetrack. Still got his foot in it for the 411, still on it. Oh, trouble in the backstretch. Up against the inside guardrail. We got compacts everywhere. Dean Richards off the backstretch there in the 69. That'll be dead in the water there. Van Osdale. Yellow is out, yellow is out. We got one up against the inside back guardrail. Richards not able to go over there in the 69 machine. All right. Brian and Luke on the gas over at turn number 4. We are racing.
Into turn number 1. He's your race leader. Single file. Van Osdale behind him now. Dustin Thompson going to be a car off the track in turn 1.
Berg off the racetrack. We got one dead in the water over here in turn 4. Eliza White not able to get off the racetrack here. Look out. Get off the racetrack. Still got one more coming.
Come down the backstretch. Van Osdale is your leader. Thompson in second. Ramsey third. How about Buddy Isaac? He started 12th. Now finds himself in 4th. Just a handful of laps in. Thompson working to the inside of Van Osdale. Now Isaac going to go inside of Ramsey for the 3rd spot. Bobby Key up into 5th. Chris Foote in 6th, residing in your top 10. So good run for him early on as the caution is out. Caution is out.
Buddy Isaac, Bobby Key, Foote, Van Osdale, White, Rayback. Wind them up. Here they come. We are racing.
Van Osdale leads them down the front stretch. Thompson about a car length behind him. See which lane he goes with as they come into turn number 1. He's going to go high. Has to chase it. That's going to open the door for Ramsey and Isaac to slide by him.
Thompson going to be right back on the wood here. Isaac on a mission. Here comes Dustin Thompson right back after him on the third spot. He's going to split Ramsey and Isaac. They make a little contact. 3 wide over turn 4. It's compact racing, the first feature of the year.
And all this battling is exactly what Brian Venazio wants to see. Is now Thompson to the inside of Luke Ramsey. Buddy Heinzig to 4th. He'll shoot to the inside of his brother-in-law now as they battle for 3rd.
Great battle off the exit of turn 2. Luke Ramsey, he's going to hook that right rear. He slips off the racetrack in a 17 machine. Key goes by Van Osdale. Foot comes back in about the 7th spot as the 17 of Luke Ramsey. Brian Van Osdale still showing away in the 15.
Tough break for Luke Ramsey. He goes from 3rd to 7th. Now single file throughout the top 10. And in white working on Bobby Key for the 4th position. And Chris Foot trails right behind him.
Down the back stretch off turn 2. Here comes Bobby Key. Van Osdale in tow. They're bumper to bumper. Isaac right there in that 3rd spot. Key going to try to look to the inside. Falls right back in the tracks. Here goes Van Osdale. He'll peel off down to the inside. Chris Van Osdale trying to march to the front.
Brian Van Osdale go around the lap car at Gary Hilgerson. Hilgerson goes low. Thompson able to get by him as well. Dustin Thompson trying to reel in. Brian Van Osdale got down to about 3 or 4 car lengths, but Van Osdale just a little bit faster down the backstretch.
Oh, Foot slips off the racetrack in a 21 machine. Gives up his spot. He gives up 3 spots. He'll come back onto the racetrack, back up in front. Thompson trying to chase down Brian Van Osdale. The yellow comes out. Yellow comes out. Oh, look out. Brian Van Osdale in trouble here. Red flag is out. That's why. Over the bank of turn 2. We'll send Trevor over there. Did not see who that was. Early reports it might be Chris Foot. I don't see. Race fans, he's all right, out of the car. Brian Van Osdale, Dustin Thompson, Buddy Isaac, Bobby Key, Chris Van Osdale, Foot, here they come. American Ethanol, green flag, we're back racing.
Van Osdale leads them down the front stretch. Thompson 2nd, Isaac 3rd. Thompson going to shoot to the inside of Brian Van Osdale as they go into turn number 1.
Thompson not wasting any time. He wants to get back to that Taste Greatness victory lane. He's out in front. Isaac right there. They're side-by-side battle for the race lane.
Bobby Key, a little bit of a bobble. That opens up the door for Chris Van Osdale to slide into the 4th place. So right now your top 5, Van Osdale, Thompson, Isaac, Van Osdale, and Key.
Great battle here. Van Osdale still trying to come back on the outside of Thompson. Thompson's going to be out there by a fender. Down into turn 1 they go. Van Osdale still on the outside.
Thompson slides up in front of Van Osdale. Able to clear him. That might open the door for Buddy Heinzig to join the fun now. This is a 3-car breakaway for the lead.
Foot slides off the racetrack in a 21 machine. He's dead over there on the backstretch. Losing several spots. He's dead in the water over there. Back out in front, it's Dustin Thompson. Van Osdale, the 4 machine, making a hard left-hand turn to the infield. Yellow flag is going to come out for the Foot machine. And he drives away in the 21 machine. Dustin Thompson, Van Osdale, Isaac, Chris Van Osdale, here they come! We're back racing!
Nice restart for Dustin Thompson. Van Osdale on the inside of him. Chris Van Osdale shoots to the inside of Buddy Heinzig. It's just now a battle of motors that come down the backstretch.
Thompson out in front, battle right there. Isaac and Van Osdale. Key right there, your top 5 cars. Down into turn 3 and 4. Isaac drilling it back on the outside. Battle to the inside. He's, whoa, a little contact. Van Osdale and Isaac. They swap a little numbers there.
Van Osdale moves to 3rd, right behind his son Brian. So it's Thompson, Van Osdale in your top 5 now. Bobby Key working the inside of Buddy Heinzig for 4th.
Battle still right there, waging on. Key, Heisig, and Van Osdale. Everybody chasing Dustin Thompson. Brian Van Osdale in that second spot. Heisig's going to try to go to the outside of Chris Van Osdale. Has to wait on the front of the race car. Comes off turn 4. Has to fall back on the tracks. Key, right there, your top 5.
4 laps remaining on the scoreboard. Dustin Thompson in control by a handful of car lengths. Single file top 4. The best bet on the tracks for fifth between Bobby Key and Luke Ramsey.
Yeah, Luke Ramsey found some speed there. Oh, Bobby Key had to get on the binders. Heisig slides up in front of him. Now Key will go down to the inside. Dustin Thompson still showing away. 3 laps to go on the scoreboard. Brian Van Osdale, Chris Van Osdale, Heisig, Bobby Key, and Luke Ramsey.
Single file throughout most of the field, beginning to spread out. Exactly what Dustin Thompson wants to see. He wants to see this race stay green so he can pick up his first win of the season. It's hitting him down the back. So it'll be 2 to go this time by.
Brown's going to make a left-hand turn to the 19 machine. 2 to go on the racetrack. Dustin Thompson, Brian Van Osdale, Chris Van Osdale. Bobby Key slides up into that 4 spot in the 7 machine. Right behind Chris Van Osdale, he'll come. Luke Ramsey going to take a shot at Buddy Heisig there for the 5th spot.
Single file top 4, best battle going on between Luke Ramsey and Buddy Heisig. As that's what the only battle really going on in the top 10. The slow car of Lillian Worth. Flag in the air.
Luke Ramsey able to get around the Buddy Heisig machine. Down in the corner, it's still Thompson. Brian Van Osdale, Chris Van Osdale, Bobby Key down the backstretch. Into turn 3 he goes, the 24 machine. Gonna make his way into the Taste Greatness victory lane off turn 4. Picking up right where he left off, your defending track champion, the 24, Dustin Thompson, your feature winner. Brian Van Osdale, Chris Van Osdale, Bobby Key, and Luke Ramsey, your top 5 on the Speedway.
Last year picked up 5 wins. This year he's got 1 win already under his belt in the opening night. And looking to pick up exactly where he left off in 2017. He told me earlier tonight that it's definitely a goal of his to get back and crown that national championship, but the chips will fall where they fall. He definitely doing his part, at least here tonight, as he will come off the scales here momentarily and into the Miller Lite Sharp Strong Taste Greatness victory lane. We'll have a quick word with him.
Roll.
Thompson comes off the scales, number 24, Herzberg Seeds, Weifel Hybrids, Properties of Iowa, Green Giant Lawn Care, Johnson, Tyler and Muffler. Tri-State Ford Compact is in victory lane here in the opening feature of the 2018 season at the Adams County Speedway. Race fans, let's hear your feature winner, Dustin Thompson. Dustin, opening night, and you get your first win of the season. It's got to feel pretty good to kind of start your season the same way you ended it last year.
It feels awesome. It wasn't beginner's luck.
Talk about that pass you made on Brian Van Osdale about halfway through the race. You hit your marks on that restart. You guys were door-to-door in the corner. Just talk about that move.
Yeah, the restart before that, when I was right behind him, I tried to, follow him, and I noticed I was coming in at a different spot. I had to lock up my brakes. I almost went off the track and lost it. So that second time I had a chance at him, I knew I could get by.
Congratulations, Dustin.
Thank you very much.
Dustin Thompson in the Miller Lite Sharp Strong Taste Greatness victory lane here tonight.
Race fans, the Stocker Chevrolet Pace truck going to make a left-hand turn on the backstretch and come off the racetrack. Turn the field over. Going to turn onto the backstretch, turn it over to Hensley. Hensley, Bodler on the front row. Sean Krylik, Warner. Here they come, race fans. Stand on the load pedal.
Saw by Daniel Bodler. He'll lead him down into turn number 1. Daniel Bodler, your leader.
Bodler's going to slide up high. They hear about Cody Winter shooting the gap. The 21 machine's your race leader. Jared Weston makes a progressive move on the outside. He's up to the 3rd spot. How about Sean Kralik as well?
Lap 1 going to go to Cody Warner, it looks like. And then we got Bodler 2nd, Weston 3rd. The Cody Warner, your race leader.
Back through the field, you got Bodler working to the inside of Cody Warner now. He was sniffing the front. Great battle up front. Weston in 3rd. Hensley. Here comes Sean Kralik. They battle with Gaiax there. Webb, Tanner, and Sink. Your top 10 on the racetrack.
Lap number in the books. Cody Warner still your race leader. Jared Weston reeling in Daniel Bodler. And how about the battle about 5th through 8th? You have Preston Gygax, Sean Kralik, Matt Webb, Kyle Tanner. Throw Josh Sink in the mix.
And a 78 machine. Evan Davis goes up in smoke. Little flame on the 78 machine. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Evan Davis off the racetrack and some moisture. Point. Here they come off the corner. We're back racing.
Warner leads him to the green. Bob the inside. Jared Weston might follow. As Daniel Bodler the inside of Cody Warner for the lead.
Down through the corner. Oh, Hensley slips off the racetrack in the 8 machine. Hensley off, losing all kinds of spots. Back up, but we got a battle for the race lead. Bodler to the inside of Warner down to turn 3. They're locked up wheel to wheel.
Good battle going on for the lead between Warner and Bodler as the 8 machine of Tommy Hensley comes back on the track. So it looks like we will stay green as out front Bodler shoots to the inside of Warner.
Bodler's still there. Weston trying to find a hole. He'll turn him off the bottom side. Look at here comes the 86J machine. How about 3 wide? 3 wide down into turn 3. Weston backs out of it. Warner, Bodler, and Weston. A great battle over to turn 4. Warner still holds on to the race lead off the corner.
All 3 of these guys doing a great job pushing the tempo here early on. 3 laps in. 12 more to go as Weston going to shoot to the inside of Bodler for 2nd.
Weston got it all cranked up into the 2nd spot. Great battle back for the 4th spot. You got 4 cars. Here comes Josh Sink, the 5 car. He's going to get a couple. The 93 and the 0 machine get together, and they get things sorted out in the corner. It's Josh Sink was going to make a great pass there. Matt Webb into 51 takes advantage, and he'll come around to the 4th spot.
Side by side of the start-finish line, Jared Weston leads that lap. Now he's going to try to clear runners that come down the backstretch. Weston able to get past Warner. Jared Weston, your new race leader.
Weston out in front, your defending track champion. Here comes the 21 right back on the deck lid. Has to get on the binders. Josh Sink working to the outside of Sean Kralik for that 5th spot. Warner has his hands filled again now with Daniel Bodler.
To the top 5. Looks like maybe he has the fastest car on the track. Just a matter of whether or not he'll have enough time to get up front as he's working on Matt Webb for 4th.
Well, here comes Sean Kralik right back. They're going to be 3 wide going down in there into turn 3. 3-way tango. Sink right in the middle. Kralik in the inside. Webb on the outside. A battle for 2nd now. Webb gets around the Sink. He'll hold on to the spot. The battle for 2nd. Bodler and Warner. They've been duking it out all race here.
Bodler slides in front of Warner on the inside. Jared Weston, your race leader. He's coming up on the lap car of Tommy Hensley. He'll most likely meet Hensley on the corner of turn 3.
Sink able to get to the inside of Webb. That battles for 4th on the racetrack. Lap traffic, you got Hensley right in front of Jared Weston. Then you come back to Bodler, Warner, now Sink to 4th. Sink's one of the fastest cars for the racetrack, but he's just been marred back in traffic. He's got some clean racetrack to get to that 3rd spot bumper of Cody Warner.
Took the 11 of Alan Worth off the pace. Weston gets by him. Now he's within a car length of the lap car of Hensley. They come on to turn number 3. It'll be 6 laps to go this time by.
Oh, Alan Worth, oh, look out, lap traffic all over. Binders was Cody Warner. Worth trying to find a way to get off the racetrack right in the middle of the leaders. They get it all sorted out. That'll have to take advantage of Josh Sink there, trying to catch that Cody Warner machine for 3rd.
Weston clears the 8 machine of Hensley. Now clear path for Weston for about half the track. Daniel Bodler sits in 2nd, Cody Warner 3rd, and Josh Sink in 4th.
Hensley still all kinds of trouble there, right in front of the race leader. For Bodler, but Hensley was holding up traffic as Warner tried to work down to the inside
work to the inside of Hensley now. He's going to clear Hensley now. He's going to shoot to the inside of Cody Warner.
Great battle out of there. Josh Sink, Cody Warner, the battle for third. Webb trying to go around the outside. He's in fifth. That's your best battle of the racetrack is for third. Josh Sink, he's got a fast hot rod. He's got 5 laps. The car number to catch the race leaders. He needs a yellow.
You got to think right now, Josh Sink is praying for a caution as Jared Weston in full control of this one. Daniel Bodler second, Josh Sink third, single file through the top 5.
Off the corner, 3 to go for the race leader. That's Jared Weston. Or 3 to go. Jared Weston, Bodler in second. Josh Sink, he is 3.3 seconds back from the race leader at about a second and a half for that second spot. Laps are winding down here.
Jared Weston will see 2 laps to go this time by as he comes off of turn number 3, hits his marks and comes down the front stretch. 2 to go for Jared Weston.
Josh Sink kind of leveled off now a little bit as he's gotten to that third spot. Webb working on the back bumper of Cody Warner for the 4th spot. Oliver in turns 1 and 2. Kralik in your 6th spot on the racetrack.
Weston gets by the lap car of Alan Worth. Now he'll come down turn 3 and into turn number 4. White flag in the air for Jared Weston, your defending track champion, is half a mile away from his first win of the season.
Alan Worth just needs to get down and out of the way here in the 11 machine. Not finding a way. He's just kind of running the high side as the white flag is out for the race leader. Weston down into turn 3, making his way over to turn 4. Left-hander, the 86J, picking up where he left off. Your feature winner, Jared Weston, picks up night number 1. Bodler in second, Josh Sink in third. A great battle for 4th. Warner, how about Sean Kralik for 5th, and Webb in that 6th spot. As they cross the line, then it's Kyle Tanner, David Swartz, Cody Havens in 10th. Will be Cody Olson on the racetrack. Jared Weston just making sure Bodler and Sink. Nice little Stalker Chevrolet B-Mod A main event. Jared Weston, your defending track champion, goes back to the Taste Greatness victory lane.
And he gets his first visit of the 2018 season here on opening night. Gets congratulations from his dad, Rick. Safety equipment's coming off. Race fans, your feature winner, Jared Weston. Says it's too cold to be excited. Jared, talk about that race. You ran basically a perfect race.
I just ran the bottom, kept my cool, and worked with Cody and Baldler there. You know, trying to get around him, just racing clean and had fun.
Talk about that move. You guys went 3 wide for a minute. You backed off, let things play out, then you were able to pounce on it. Was that kind of experience taking over?
Patience. We have 15 laps. No need to win it on the first one.
Congratulations, Jared.
Thank you.
Jared Weston, your feature winner here in the Stalker Chevrolet B Modifieds.
Making that left-hand turn. Turning it over to Ryan Gillen. And Dave Wheat on that front row. Race fans, here they come. 15 big laps on the scoreboard. Here they come. RPMs are moving up. We're racing up the corner. Hobby stock style.
Weeda leads us into turn number 1. Jamie Songer going to make it 3 wide as they come into turn number 1.
Songer right down there wheeling. You got Tim McCollum up on the outside, 3 wide. They're still trying to sort things off on the backstretch. Weeda, your race leader. It is now Gillen, then Songer, and Tim McCollum.
3 wide battle, about 7th on back. Jason Fusselman, I believe Zach Hemmingson in the mix as well. Great battle going on there.
Oh, Jeremy Purdy in smoke in the Ford machine. Jeremy Purdy in trouble off the turn 4. Jeremy Purdy dead in the water here. Makes the left-hand turn. Jeremy Purdy, we're staying green flag racing. Hess in trouble as well in the 75 machine. He's got nope. Yellow is out, yellow is out. Zach Hemmingson, Jason Fusselman, Luke Ramsey, Chris Bates, Jared Lund, your top 10 on the Speedway. Through the corner they come! Let's go back, racer!
Jamie Songer wasted no time. We're going to go 3 wide for second. We might go 4 wide between Hemmingson and Fusselman.
I didn't know we could put that many cars to the corner like that there, Trevor. 4 wide off the exit of turn number 2. Down the backstretch.
Bob, the real winner, and that one was Matt McAtee. He went from about 7th or 8th up into the top 4. Now he's got his sights set on Jason Fusselman as they battle for the 4th position.
Yeah, Fusselman up on the outside of the 72 machine. They got a great battle. Luke Ramsey trying to get to the outside of Hemmingson. Great battle there also for that second spot. Jamie Songer and Tim McCullum, they might have made a little contact. Fusselman's going to take advantage of that in the 55. He'll come to the inside, but McAtee, he's going to put it 3 wide.
Yeah, Songer had to lift there coming off the corner to avoid contact with McCollum. That opens up the door for Fusselman and McAtee. All this battling exactly what Dave Weeda wants to see.
Exactly right. Weeda out in front. Tim McCullum also doing a great job in that second spot. Jamie Songer, Matt McAtee, Fusselman, and you got Gillen Ramsey right there. What a great battle we got here in the Chapelville Hobby Sox as they make their way off the exit of turn number 2.
Oh, we almost went 3 wide again there between Songer, Fusselman, and McAtee. Fusselman lifts. That opens up the door for McAtee to slide inside of Songer. Songer goes way up high. Luke Ramsey also way up high. We got some great battles from about 3rd through 8th.
Yeah, Ramsey almost went off the racetrack. He gathered it back up. Fusselman, he turned left. He goes down to the inside of Matt McAtee. The 55 is starting to hump the bottom of the racetrack in the 55. He gets to the inside of McAtee. Now you got Ramsey back on the back bumper of Matt McAtee. He'll try to look to the outside. Ramsey right there. Battle into the corner. Woo! We got some Hobby Stock racing going on here, race fans.
It's no secret Luke Ramsey enjoys that high line, and that's exactly what he's been riding here so far. Now finds himself up in the top 5, working on Jason Fusselman.
All the while, Dave Weeda out in front. He's out by 1.3 seconds over Tim McCullum. Fusselman working that bottom side. Tim McCullum in that second. Songer, he'll have his hands full. Here comes Ramsey down the outside of the double nickel of Fusselman. Down into turn 1. Songer right in the way of Ramsey. Through the corner they come. Great battle, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Throw a blanket on about 2nd, 6th. McCollum, Songer, Ramsey, Fusselman, McAtee, Ryan Gilliland joining the party. How about Andy Davison? He started back in 16. Now he finds himself battling for 8th.
Luke Ramsey, he'll go to the inside of Tim McCollum. The battle's on for 2nd. Luke Ramsey trying to come to the front here in the 17 machine. Songer a little bit sideways off the exit of 2. He gives it up to the 55. McAtee trying to recover in the 72 as well. McCollum, he's going to try to pull the crossover move back on Ramsey. Off the turn 4 they come.
Ramsey ahead by about a car length. Now Fusselman going to wind it in deep. See if he can gain on McCollum. McAtee also on that low line. Songer run the center.
Right now you got 1.9 seconds behind. The race leader is Luke Ramsey of the David Weeda. Weeda out in front. We'll check it at the line here as McAtee and Songer, they run side by side for the 5th spot. All right, Weeda at the line. He's your race leader. Second, 1.6. He took 3/10 of a second off as Luke Ramsey trying to chase down the race leader.
David Weeda's got to be telling himself, keep it clean and keep it green as Luke Ramsey is coming. It's just a matter of whether or not I have enough time. It'll be 6 laps to go this time by.
Fossil and Tim Cullum, they got a great battle going on for 3rd. Oh, how about 3 wide again back there for the 6th spot. Fossilman working to the inside of Tim McCullum. They're dirt tracking it off turn 4. Fossilman was all kind of sideways. Another 3/10 of a second for Luke Ramsey's down to 1.3 seconds. 3 wide, how about 4 wide in turn number 2. They're bumping and banging off the exit of turn 2.
Things got really dicey. We got a car around. Tim McCollum goes around on the backstretch.
McCullum goes around to the 33 machine. Not what David Weeda wanted to see in the 40X. So McCullum's going to stay in it. McCullum, great job by the 33 machine. We stay clean and green on the racetrack.
Luke Ramsey has nibbled Weeda's lead down. I don't have the number in front of me, but I'd have to guess it's close to about half a second.
9/10 of a second. Now it's a half second. It might even be closer than that. He's within striking distance and a car length away from David Weeda at the line. It'll be 4 laps to go. Weeda at the line. How about 2/10 of a second? Right on his back bumper and out into turn 1.
Ramsey going to go to the inside of David Weeda. They could be door-to-door as they come down the backstretch. Luke Ramsey, as he raced a 1.9 second lead and finds himself battling for the win with 3 laps to go.
Into turn 4, has to fall back on his tracks here. You got 3 to go. He's caught him, catching them and passing them. 2 different things out here in dirt track racing. He gives up to 4/10 of a second that time. Lost a little ground as Gillen pulls off on the infield. Nose to tail is the race leader's Weeda. He must have felt him because he found another higher gear for the 40X machine.
Keep an eye on the 33 of Tim McCollum too. See if the lap car plays a factor in any way. Luke Ramsey winds up on that high side. He'll be all over the back bumper of David Weeda. 2 laps to go.
Right there, you're right. Tim McCollum's a fast car. He was up in the top 5 there when he had his mishap. Ramsey's right there to strike with him. McCollum starting to hold up the 40X machine. Now you got Luke Ramsey looking to the outside. Ramsey and Weeda. McCollum right in front of the race leaders.
Yeah, Ramsey right in line behind McCollum. See if that slows him up. And Weeda makes contact with McCollum. They're going to try to throw. They're going to be as they come down the front stretch.
Woo! White flag. McCollum held him up. Weeda's got Ramsey right on the right rear quarter panel into turns 1 and 2. Ramsey out behind by a car length. Ramsey trying to chase down Weeda.
They'll come off of turn number 3. That might be just enough for David Weeda. Off of turn number 4, down the backstretch, the Wiley veteran is going to start the 2018 season in the Miller Lite Taste Great victory lane.
David Weeda, Luke Ramsey, Andy Davison, Matt McAtee, Jared Lund, Tom Myers would have run by the 7 machine. Jamie Songer 7th, 8th is Chris Bates, 9th Zach Hemmingson. Your top 10, Jason Folselman. David Weeda, what a win for the 40X machine.
Wow, what a race all throughout. Great battle throughout the middle part of the pack. Luke Ramsey erases 1.9 second deficit, but could not find a way to get around David Weeda. And the 40X Weeda Welding Noble Taxidermy Ty Lube Chat Mobility Hobby Stock is in the sharp, strong Miller Lite Taste Greatness victory lane. Good way to kick off the 2018 season for the veteran from Mount Ayr, Iowa. Race fans, let's hear your feature winner, David Weeda. Dave, talk about that race. You start up front and you stay up front even through the caution and Luke Ramsey peeling you down.
Is that who that was?
That's who it was. You couldn't quite see who it was?
No.
Talk about that battle there. Luke Ramsey's right there. Also, you're trying to work through lap traffic. What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, it makes it kind of tough and you just want to finish. You don't want to be in a wreck.
Talk about how it feels to get back to victory lane.
It's good.
Congratulations, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave Weeda, the victor here tonight in the Chat Mobility Hobby Stocks.
All right, race stands. Stalker Chevrolet pace truck pulling off on the backstretch. we'll have some other news on what we're going to do towards the end of the season. Possibly a memorial race. We'll have more details to follow on that Kevin Sharp memorial race. We'll work with the family to make sure we do honor their wishes. But right now, Buck Shafroff and Kevin Bruck not wasting any time. They got on the loud pedal. Let's go racing!
Buck Shafroff leads them down in number 1. Bruck on the outside. Todd Reitzer going to go 3 wide with Knopp and Kinzer.
Oh, it's still not done. Buck Shafroff, he'll squeak that Bud Light machine out into the front. He's your race leader. Bruck in that 2nd spot. Tony Hardesty all right down there. Keith Knopp right there in that 4th spot. Kinzer doing a great job on the outside of that 6th spot.
Lap number 1 going to go in the books to Buck Shafroff, and it's Bruck Hardesty up in the top 3. Keith Knopp and Todd Reitzer, they're battling for 4th.
Reitzer trying to stick it in there between Tony Hardesty and the 10 machine of Knopp. Hardesty works to the inside now. Bruck for that 2nd spot, the 0 machine. Trying to chase down the race leader, Buck Shafroff.
Well, the 10 car of Keith Knopp, he's off the pace. Not sure, maybe he missed a gear or what. He gets it back, but he's going to lose a ton of ground.
Almost thought he maybe popped a right rear tire, but he puts his foot right back in it. There was a little contact with him and Reitzer. Tony Hardesty gets into that 2nd spot in front of Bruck.
Hardesty working that high side. Buck sticking to the low line. Todd Reitzer also running that low side. Well, he's going to reel in Kevin Bruck as we have a 4-car breakaway out front.
Cars starting to be single file here. The best battle is all the way back to Joe Zadina and the Kinzer machine. They're trying to work off the corner there.
11 laps to go this time by Hardesty working to the outside of Buck Shafroff. Buck sticks to his line. Hardesty again going to try to go high as we come into turn number 1.
Tony Hardesty trying to work that one groove up off the bottom there. The 92 machine pointed right down to the bottom side. The gaggle of cars back there behind Jonathan Kinzer, Kurt Hansen, Joe Zadina, Cody Clark, Keith Knopp. 4 cars all right there. Hansen out in front. Now you got a battle for the race lead off turn 4.
Hardesty just not being able to make that line work. It's good on corner entry, not as good on corner exit. That seems to be where Buck Shafroff's succeeding here early on.
Buck right around the implement tires on the bottom side. Hardesty gets a little bit better launch that time off turn number 2. He'll climb into the corner, gets right to the back bump of the 92 machine. He might have a shot as they come off the corner this time. Buck's right down to the bottom side. Hardesty on the outside. Now over the race lead to the line.
Much better corner exit from Hardesty that time. Buck going to crank it in low as they come off the backstretch. Hardesty keeps the center line. He could be...
Yeah, that time Hardesty kept his car a little bit straighter than the Buck Shafroff. Shafroff back to the 2nd spot. He'll fight back down to the bottom side. Reitzer, he'll go after work on Bruck for that 3rd spot. Back behind them, it's Jason Roll making his way up into the top 5 as well.
Single file 10, Hardesty, Shafroff, Bruck, Reitzler, Jason Roll, Dusty Van Horn, your top 6.
Buck not going away for the race lead. He's still working on the back bumper of Tony Hardesty, trying to get back around him. Buck trying to work that bottom side. Hardesty painted right through the center of the racetrack here. Same way battle for that 3rd spot back there. Buck is still about 1 car length away. Just pitch it off. Can't let that car run free off the corner, and he binds himself up off the corner exit.
Buck Shafroff packs it in deep on the corner entry. Has to let off a little bit corner exit. That's going to allow Hardesty to gain a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's out by 2 car lengths now going into turn number 3. Bruck has fended off the Reitzer challenge there for that 3rd spot. Go back to the 5th spot. It's Jason Roll. Then Dusty Van Horn 6. Keith Knott's worked his way back up to that 10th spot. As you come back after that, it's Cody Clark, Jonathan Kinzer, and Kurt Hansen rounds out your top 10.
Single file throughout the whole top 10. Tony Hardesty starting to pull away from Buck Shafroff. We'll see 5 laps to go this time by.
Just trying to log laps right here. The 96 or the 0 machine of Tony Hardesty. He said he had a fast hot rod. Loved the car, the way it handled in the heat race win. Buck Shafroff in 2nd. Bruck in the 01B machine. Then you got the Reitzer machine. Jason Roll also got a fast hot rod in the 96 machine. He's trying to check those guys down. He's in 5th.
Yeah, Jason Rolled, perhaps one of the faster cars back. Unfortunately, looks like he'll run out of time, barring a yellow flag, as we'll see 4 laps to go this time by 15.
9/10 of a second is the distance between the top two. Buck's starting to reel them back in just a little bit. What if Tony Hardesty's just letting up a little bit as he gets into the corner, but it's 9/10 of a second. You got 2.8 seconds back to that third spot. Kevin Bruck, Reitzer, and Roll still your top 5.
Best battle on the track right now looks like it's for 6 between Keith Knopp and Dusty Van Horn. Good job by Keith Knopp. He had the troubles earlier. He's worked his way back up, finds himself in.
Buck Shafroff scratches off 1/10 of a second, 0.88 seconds back to Buck Shafroff in 2nd. Now you got a battle for the 3rd spot and a pass. Reitzer will take the Bruck machine, take that 3rd spot. Jason Rolls there ready to pounce on them as well, as you got 3 laps to go on the scoreboard.
Hardesty into turn number 1. Down the backstretch now on the center part of the track. That's been the line for
Rick Bissell off the racetrack. He's letting the leaders go by here. Great job by the Wiley veteran in the 24 machine. He'll come back onto the racetrack here in turns 3 and 4. This time, 2 laps to go. White flag is out, sorry, for Tony Hardesty. Buck Shafroff. Bissell comes back onto the racetrack now. No harm, no foul. Bring us home, Trevor.
Hardesty down the backstretch, hitting his marks. He'll come into turn 3. And off of turn number 3, the 0 of Tony Hardesty is going to visit the strong Miller Lite Greatness Victory Lane. Kicks off his 2018 season with a win in the North Oil Stock Car feature. Buck Shafroth goes home in 2nd. Todd Reitzer will finish 3rd. Keith Knopp 4th. And Jason Rolled will round out your top 5. Race fans, your feature winner, the 0 car from Corning, Iowa, Tony Hardesty.
Hey, will you give these to Jason Roll to be in the top 5?
Race fans, your feature winner, Tony Hardesty. Tony, talk about that race. Buck Shafroth, he made you work for it, but you held your line. You're able to get around him for the win.
He did. You know, what an awesome racetrack. Can't thank everybody that put so much effort into it. You know, to start off a season with something as good as this, you know, it's only going to get better.
Take us through that race, caution-free. I'm sure that you didn't know how close Buck Shafroth was to you. What's going through your mind as the laps are winding down?
Just hit my marks, you know. God, this for you, Kevin.
Congratulations, Tony.
Thanks.
Tony Hardesty victorious here in the Miller Lite Sharp Strong Taste Greatness Victory Lane here tonight.
That's right, pace truck pulling off on the backstretch here. Going to turn the field over to the Godfather, Todd Van Eaton. Jeff Wiggins in the Candyman on the outside of him. Down into turn 3. Todd brings him over into turn number 4. Race on, lead on it, baby.
Van Eaton leads us into turn number 1. Wiggins on the outside. Josh Most going to see if there's room down low.
Most looking down low. How about Todd Van Eaton's going to take off the race lead? You got Wiggins charging hard back on the outside. Van Eaton, Wiggins. Down to the corner they go. They're still side by side, and Wiggins drives her in a little bit deeper.
Door to door as they come down turn number 4, lap number 1 in the books, and it's going to go to Jeff Wiggins. He's your leader 1 lap in.
Wiggins, your race leader. Todd Van Eaton not going to give up right now. Look at, he's going to come right back to the inside. The top 2 starting to pull away from the rest of the field here. Wiggins and Van Eaton on the lot pedal.
As they come down turn number 3, we'll see 13 laps to go this time by. Wiggins, your leader. Van Eaton 2nd, Most 3rd, Shane DeMay 4th. Jeff James going to Shane DeMay.
Cooper was on and off the racetrack in a 10 machine. Wiggins, Most trying to dig back hard on the 92 machine in that third spot. Those top three guys are starting to pull away. Wiggins fourth, and DeMay in your top five on the racetrack. Wiggins bobbles a little bit. It's going to open the door for Todd Van Eaton here.
To reel into about a car length or car length and a half. Josh Most is quietly sitting back in third, running his line.
How about this? Todd Van Eaton to the race lead. Van Eaton sneaking up the inside of Wiggins. Wiggins pushed it like a big dog off turn two. Van Eaton right down to the bottom side. Wiggins, a great battle for the bottom, finds off turn four.
Down turn four, Wiggins holds his line, clears Van Eaton by a car length. They'll come into turn number one. Josh Most winds it in deep, as does Van Eaton. Wiggins, a little bit of a bobble. They could be side by side as they come down the backstretch.
Oh yeah, Todd Van Eaton's much better than 1 and 2. Wiggins got some horsepower down the backstretch, and he's stronger in 3 and 4 here. If Wiggins doesn't bobble, he might win this thing. Oh, he bobbles again. Here comes Van Eaton right back and losing the front end. Wiggins fighting the handle on this 36 machine.
Down into turn number one. Wiggins goes to the low line. Van Eaton tries to go a little bit lower. That seems to be the line of preference in the corner right now for the top five.
Top three still pulling away. Jeff Dames got some clear racetrack now. He's starting to reel in. He's about 10 car lengths back to Josh Most over in turns 3 and 4, but Wiggins still showing away.
Wiggins starting to pull away, and while that's happening, Josh Most is reeling in Todd Van Eaton. He's going to shoot to the inside of Van Eaton. Can't quite make it stick. Single file top five. We'll see 8 to go this time by.
Josh Most working on Todd Van Eaton now for that second spot. Van Eaton to the outside, Most out of the inside. Working through turns 3 and 4. Over to turn 4 they come off the exit. Wiggins out by about 5 car lengths in a great side-by-side battle with Most and Van Eaton.
Josh Most has a fast race car. It's just a matter of how quickly he can get around Van Eaton and set his sights on Jeff Wiggins, as we'll see 7 to go this time by.
Laps winding quickly around there with these guys. Oh, round over in turn 4. Patterson comes out. Patterson in the 14 machine, I believe, is around, going the wrong way to one way. We're back racing.
Nice restart by Wiggins. Most also gets a good restart. He's going to dive to the inside of Wiggins. How about Jeff James? He might clear Shane DeMay for 4th.
Josh Most shot out of a cannon there. Wiggins up on his outside. Josh Most in the 92 machine. He'll work to the inside. Jeff James coming right with him. He's in that 4th spot as well off the corner. Josh Most has got a good run off the corner. What a shot he had.
Yeah, good run by Most off the corner. See if he can get a good one here as well. They're door to door, Most and Wiggins. That could open up the door for Van Eaton, as it's a battle of RPMs down the backstretch.
Jeff Wiggins not going away in the 36 machine. I think he needs just to pinch down the Most machine. Most had a much better line there, drove it in deep, had to force the 36 machine up.
And now Most, your new race leader. Wiggins in second, gets a little loose. That's going to open the door for Todd Van Eaton to battle Wiggins for second.
Van Eaton right there as well. Laps are winding down. There'll be 5 laps to go for the 92 machine. Josh Most, Wiggins, Todd Van Eaton, Jeff James, your top 4. With DeMay rounds out your top 5.
Van Eaton able to clear Wiggins for second. Now he's got his sights set on Josh Most. Jeff James in 4th. He's working to reel in Wiggins.
Down the back stretch. Josh Most starting to send his mail to a new zip code. Van Eaton into that second spot. Good run for the V31 machine. Van Eaton second, Wiggins third, Jeff James 4th. Down to the turn 1 they go. It's Most over to second. He's your race leader. About a second and a half distance over Todd Van Eaton.
Single file throughout the whole field. Most start to pull away. Then it's Van Eaton, Wiggins, James, Shane DeMay, your top 5. Ryan Schaefer up into the top 6. We'll see 3 laps to go this time by for Josh Most.
Jeff James able to get to the inside of Jeff Wiggins. Wiggins drives it in deep. I don't know if they were the inside racetrack or they were trying to race inside the tires almost there in turn 1, but Jeff James will come out in that 3rd spot.
There'll be 2 laps to go, this time by 1 mile left for Josh Most. He's in clear control as you'll see the white flag next time by.
Another 1/10 of a second added on to the race lead for Josh Most over Todd Van Eaton. Battle still waging now. Jeff James, he'll pull out in that 3rd spot. Wiggins 4th as the Titan Machinery white flag, 1 to go, is out for Josh Most.
Half a mile for Josh Most. He'll come down into turn number 1, sticks to that low line. Hits his marks coming off the backstretch, and it looks like Josh Most is bound for victory lane, Bob.
Into turn 3, over to turn 4, waves the left front wheel at you. Off the corner he comes. Josh Most picks up the feature win. Todd Van Eaton 2nd, Jeff James, Jeff Wiggins, Ryan Schaefer, or excuse me, Shane DeMay in the 15. Then it's Ryan Schaefer, Craig Garner, Nick Hermson, and Josh Cooper.
So Josh Most comes off the track onto the scales. And we'll venture over into the Sharp Strong Miller Lite Taste Greatness Victory Lane. Get some congratulations from his dad. Race fans, let's hear it. Josh Most! Josh, talk about that race. It looked like early on Jeff Wiggins probably had the car to beat. Maybe you just saved up your equipment a little bit better and able to get around him.
Yeah, I tried to ride for a while, and this is a pretty big deal with the Sharp family night and everything. So this win goes out to them for everything that happened, and thanks for everybody coming tonight. This means a lot.
Talk about that pass for the lead. You had that one line of the race that was working just perfectly for you all night.
Yeah, I was trying to be real patient, trying to get by Todd real clean, and I thought I had him, and then we got a caution, so I guess it kind of worked out in my favor, though. So,
congratulations, Josh.
Yeah, thank you.
Josh Most, your feature winner in the POA Biorefining Modifieds here tonight.
All right, Billy Layton Jr., Brian Kaziski, Jason O'Brien, Josh Krug, Ben Schaller, Sterling Perkins, Dalton Mason, Zach Zeitner, Andrew Kaziski, Corey Zeitner, Vic Lovejoy, Jeff Chilly, Paul Glendenning, and Mike Wallace. Reach up, pull them seat belts just a little bit tighter. Side by side for 25 laps. Off the corner they come! Drop the hammer, we are racing!
Bill Layton Jr. will lead us down to turn number 1. Brian Kaziski 2nd. Jason O'Brien to the inside of Josh Krug for 3rd.
To the corner, it's Billy Layton Jr. The battle right there for that 3rd spot. Off the corner, it is Jason O'Brien, Josh Krug, Ben Schaller coming right with them in the 98 machine. That's your top 5 on the racetrack. Through the corner they come. It's still Billy Layton Jr. on lap 1. Kaziski, O'Brien.
Layton Jr. out in front, already got a couple car length separation between him and Brian Kaziski. Ben Schaller now up inside the top 5 as he is by Josh Krug for 4.
Down the corner they go. Lap 1 in the books. Lap 2 coming. Everybody single file. O'Brien going to work to the inside of Brian Kaziski. Kaziski slipped up a little bit. Little contact between the 15 and the 52.
O'Brien able to clear Kaziski. Now he has his sights set on the leader of Bill Layton Jr. Kaziski still going to that high side. Nothing there. O'Brien shuffles back in front of him for 2nd.
O'Brien back in the second spot. Kaziski 3rd. Kaziski closes to the back. Declan O'Brien. O'Brien slips up a little bit. Off the racetrack. The 2 machine. I think that's Wallace. Wallace is off the racetrack in the 2 machine over there in turns 3 and 4. Got a car up high and turn. The yellow is out. Yellow is out. Billy Layton, O'Brien, Kaziski, Schaller, Krug. Top 5. RPM's up. Make the left-hand turn. Hit the gas. And we're back racing.
Nice start by Bill Layton Jr. O'Brien on the low side. Brian Kaczynski winds it up on the center part of the track, but Bill would restart.
Layton pulls out about 5 car lengths. O'Brien's got to start reeling them back in. Ben Schaller on the start of that. Oh, Brian Kaczynski in trouble there. Heads to the wash up. He might have a right front flat tire. Brian Kaczynski in trouble. Brian Kaczynski's got some trouble right there. It looks like maybe a right front ball joint or flat tire on the 52 machine. Tough break for Brian Kaczynski.
Tough break for the Nebraska native. He was running in the top 3 with a flat tire.
Back out of the speedway. Oh, Corey Zeidner in trouble. Corey Zeidner in trouble as well. The 26 junior machine. He's off the pace in the 26 junior. Billy Layton, Jason O'Brien, your top 2. Ben Schaller, Josh Krug, your top 4.
Bill Layton Jr. had about a half a straightaway lead on the 15 of Jason O'Brien, and he's just hitting his marks as we got 19 laps remaining.
Billy Layton laying the wood to him right now. He's out by almost a second, 1.7 seconds. Perkins in trouble in the 3 machine as well. Sterling Perkins off the pace on the backstretch in the 3 machine. He's trying to find a way off the racetrack as well as Billy Layton and O'Brien still showing away here.
Yeah, it looks like the 53 of Andrew Kaczynski might be slow as well, Bob.
Yeah, he is. He's got something broke here. They're all just trying to wait to get off the racetrack here. Looks like he's got a right rear flat tire.
So we've seen 4 cars in the span of 2 laps have to come in due to mechanical troubles. A handful of flat tires out front. It is all Bill Layton Jr. You'll see 16 to go this time by.
Andrew's got the right rear flat tire. Tough break for him. Billy Layton out in front. O'Brien checking at the line. It was 2 seconds at the line. Now it's 1.99. O'Brien kind of reel him in. They're kind of stabled off here as they try to run down this here with 16 laps to go on the board.
It'll be 15 to go this time by. Layton off of turn number 4, hitting his marks. O'Brien in second, Schaller third, Josh Krug in 4th. How about the youngster Zach Zeidner? He's up in.
Great run for him, sitting in that 5th spot. 2-second lead for Billy Layton. All kind of tabled off here. Through the corner they go down there. Paul Glendenning runs in that 7th spot. Glendenning trying to catch him up as Billy Layton is logging him off here with 14 to go.
Bill Layton Jr. running his as he's in clear control with 13 laps to go.
Josh Krug trying to close back onto the Ben Schaller machine. That's probably your best battle on the racetrack as they're with a couple car lengths away. We'll check the line here again. Billy Layton, your race leader, with 13 laps to go. It's 2.3, 3/10 stretched out more for Billy Layton over Jason O'Brien here on night number 1 for the O'Reilly late models.
Single file throughout most of the field. No real battles going on anywhere on the track, which is exactly what Bill Layton Jr. wants to see. It looks like maybe now Jason O'Brien off the pace.
O'Brien's in trouble here in the 15 machine. O'Brien's in trouble here on the 15 as well. Dalton Mason. Off the corner they come. We're back racing.
Nice restart by Layton. Schaller to the inside of Krug. Nothing there. Dalton Mason able to get around Zach Zeidner for 4th. Now Zeidner going to shoot to the inside of Mason. That's the best ball on the track right now, Bob.
Here comes Paul Glendenning, rebound on the 33 machine. He'll work to the inside of Dalton Mason as well. He had some troubles in his heat race. Got them things fixed. Back out in front, it's Josh Krug, Ben Schaller, Zach Zeidner, Dalton Mason.
Single file throughout most of the field. You have to go back to about 8th for the first real battle on the track. But right now, Bill Layton Jr. is taking him 2 laps, already open up a decent-sized lead.
Josh Krug in that second spot. Ben Schaller in 3rd. 4th is Zeitner. Mason, Glendenning. Through the corner they come. 11 laps to go.
Bill Layton Jr. hitting his marks. He comes down the backstretch. It'll be 10 laps to go this time by.
Ben Schaller trying to reel back in the Ford machine of Josh Krug in that second spot. Schaller in the 98 out of Omaha, Nebraska. Zeitner, solid job in the 4th spot. Oh, you got contact. Paul Glendenning and Mason, they kind of get together. O'Brien working to the inside of Lovejoy down at turn number 1.
Jason O'Brien has peeled off 3 spots since he had to come in for that flat tire. Trying to work now on Paul Glendenning and Dalton Mason. He's got 9 laps to see what he can try to do.
On cruise control is Billy Layton in the 24 machine. O'Brien trying to catch the Paul Glendenning machine. That's for the 6th spot of the racetrack. Down into turn 1, and that's your best battle on the racetrack is the Dalton Mason, Glendenning, O'Brien battle as they make their way off turn number 2.
8 laps to go now this time by. Bill Layton Jr. has ran a near perfect race right now. Started up front and has led the whole thing. He's 8 laps away from returning to victory lane.
Glendenning able to get around Dalton Mason there for the spot there into turn 1. O'Brien on the back deck lid of the Dalton Mason machine. All the while, the race lead is 2.8 seconds for Billy Layton. We'll check it one more time at the line here as Billy just crossed the finish line. Then you got 3.1, 4 more tenths. Billy Layton is on rails and out in front.
7 laps remaining. It'll be 6 this time by Layton. Hitting his marks. Comes off of turn number 3. Down turn number 4 towards the center part of the track. That seems to be his lane of choice. He drifts up to the high side. 6 laps to go for Bill Layton Jr.
Layton out in front. Josh Krug, Ben Schaller, Zach Zeitner in the 4th spot. 5th is your Paul Glendenning machine. Then it's Jason O'Brien 6th. Dalton Mason 7th. Vic Lovejoy 8th. 9th is Jeff Tilley and Mike Wallace. Your top 10 still on the racetrack as we log off another lap with 5 to go for Billy Layton Jr.
Bill Layton Jr.'s got that car lead up to about an entire straightaway. Josh Krug resides in 2nd. Ben Schaller in 3rd. Zach Zeitner having a good run in 4th. And Paul Glendenning up in the top 5. Jason O'Brien working on Glendenning for 5th.
That's the best. That's your top 5 battle over here off the exit of turn 2 is Paul Glendenning, Jason O'Brien. You would have to factor that could be a championship pass or a run for the title. Those 2 guys will compete here weekly at the Adams County Speedways. They make their way off turn 4. O'Brien looking to the inside of Paul Glendenning as they go down into turn 1. O'Brien slings down to the inside. Paul Glendenning down to the bottom side. O'Brien hits the inside implement tire, loses a little bit to Paul Glendenning.
3 laps to go for Bill Layton Jr. It's pretty smooth sailing. He's got about a whole straightaway between him and the next lap car. So right now he's just keeping it clean, keeping it straight, and looking to take home the victory.
Yeah, let be not clean here. Just let her eat, baby. Trying to pick up a night number 1 here at the Adams County Speedway and a quest for a championship title. Josh Krug, Ben Schaller, Zach Zeitner, Paul Glendenning, O'Brien. That'll be 3 laps to go. Oh, O'Brien and Paul Glendenning almost get together. O'Brien had to slam on the brakes because Glendenning got all kind of sideways.
Bill Layton Jr. makes his way down turn number 3. He'll come off the front stretch. White flag in the air. 1 more lap of racing here at the Adams County Speedway.
Titan Machinery, white flag, 1 to go for Billy Layton Jr. He'll head down the back stretch in the 24 machine. Lap traffic won't be an issue for him. Down into turn 3, bring us home, Trevor.
Billy Layton Jr. is going to start 2018 the same way he ended 2017 in victory lane at the Adams County Speedway. Josh Krug will come home in 2nd. Ben Schaller 3rd. Good run for Zach Zeitner. He'll come home in 4th. And Paul Glendenning will round out your top 5. But race fans, your feature winner, the number 24 from La Vista, Nebraska, Bill Layton Jr.
Race fans, thanks for coming out here to the Adams County Speedway. We'll be back here next Saturday night for the D&M Auto Sales Tri-State Carport, wheeling race of the night. So make sure you come back to us and bring a friend with you. Maybe some warmer weather would be nice. We'll bring the race cars. Drive safe. Come back to us next Saturday night as Billy Layton makes his way over to the Sharp Strong Taste Greatness Victory Lane.
Bill Layton Jr. right now coming across the scales. He gets the go from Tech Director, and the number 24 Taylor Quick Pick, Duro's Detworks, Billy's Cafe, Black Diamond Chassis is in the Sharp Strong Miller Lite Taste Greatness Victory Lane. Same way he ended the 2017 season, came up just short of a track title. But tonight he is in Victory Lane, and I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with most of the year. 5-Star Truck Center, also a proud sponsor, as is Just in Time Flooring, Full Field Ag, and Osceola Implement. They're all proud sponsors of tonight's feature winner, Bill Layton Jr. Race says your feature winner, Bill Layton. Bill will come around front here. Just talk about that race. Just about a perfect race for you. Start out front, you take the lead on the first lap, and you never look back from there.
Yeah, it's really easy when you get to do it like that. If you have the car right and everything goes good. Yeah, we worked real hard this winter. Got some new stuff on the car, and it really worked really well tonight. Kind of abrasive track, so kind of had to watch how we were using the right rear up there for a while. I thought maybe I was gonna blow it out after I saw a couple of them guys fall out with flat tires, but all in all, the car worked really good. Everything motor ran good. Nice night.
Last year you came oh so close to winning the track title, just a mere 2 points away. Does that make you any hungrier coming back here this year, definitely the way you started off the season?
Oh yeah, last year we kind of started out a little different setup and really just kind of shot ourselves in the foot about the first 2 or 3 races, and then got everything back on track and came out and were quick every night. And we kind of started with that same deal. I mean, there's no difference in last year what we ended the last race with last year. So I got to thank all my guys for helping out. My car owner, Mark Wright, Taylor Quick Pick, Swain Construction, Penske Shocks. They're new on the car this year, and man, they worked really well.
Congratulations, Bill.
Thanks.
All right, Bill Layton Jr. is your feature winner in the O'Reilly Auto Part late models. And race fans, that'll do it for racing action here tonight at the Adams County Speedway. Huge thanks to everyone that came out and braved the weather so we could kick off the 2018 racing season. And we look forward to seeing you back here at the Adams County Speedway next Saturday night. You can tune to Pitside Live at 5 p.m. on KCSI. And we'll have racing around 7 o'clock next week here at the Adams County Speedway. For Bob Harris, this is Trevor Mayer saying so long, drive safely, and have a great night.